Now, some of the homes near the picket fire were protected with a new non-toxic fire retardant created by two Mountain View teenagers.
We're currently applying fire retardant in an emergency application around the home as there is a large fire burning just one hill over.
Retardant is called Clore, and in typical Silicon Valley fashion, it was created in a garage. I think the garage that I'm looking at. Joining us live now to talk about their entrepreneurial journey, recent high school graduates Barrett Dang and Sebastian Burkhart. Barrett and Sebastian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful opportunity. We're in the garage where it all started, so we're happy to be here. And today we're not on a fire, so it's a different change of scenery.
Definitely. I mean, it's a scenery you two have seen a lot over the last, is it 4 years ago that you started Clore as freshmen?
Yes, we actually started freshman year of high school back in 2021, and it's been around 4 years since we started, yeah.
Okay, how did this all start? How did you two understand your friends? How were you sitting around and you thought, hey, we need a better retardant? How did it all start for you?
So Sebastian and I, we both met in middle school, but we just so happened to be on a trip to Boston when we saw like huge wildfire smoke coming all the way from Canada. And it was at that moment we were like, oh, it's not just a California issue, it's a worldwide issue. So once we came back from that trip, we started getting together and we wanted to create a product that was non-toxic, but also safe and effective for use, and also accessible to a lot of homeowners to protect their properties from wildfires.
Okay, more on this product in a little bit, but that was really cute. That was the picture of you guys in middle school right there. Actually, you haven't changed that much, but you had been working the picket fire, right? So tell us exactly what you did, who used your retardant, where did you put it?
So we had a couple customers who already had kits up there, and we gave them a call as we were heading up, making sure that they sprayed the property and were obviously following all the regulations, whether it be an evacuation or whatever, to be safe. But also some homes that were in the line of where the fire was going, we were called up to them by reach outs through our websites and a couple partner companies we work with. And we went out there with a car full of fire retardant. Him and I, we arrived around 10 p.m. and we got ready, just started spraying houses. And it was a wonderful experience. It was late. We got home at 5 a.m., but it was wonderful.
So it looks like you were spraying also the vegetation, right, and the homes. What is your product made of? How is it different from traditional retardant? How is it non-toxic?
So our product is actually made of fertilizers and salts, and what sets that apart is because it's made out of a lot of non-toxic materials that you typically use in like fertilizers, for example, and a lot of household chemicals that we use on a daily basis practically.
So does it work just as well? Is there any proven effectiveness?
So we've done, obviously in the field during the Palisades and in fire, we had use cases out there. But in lab settings, we did testing with Cal Fire and the fire marshal to prove it works, which is why we're really happy we have a seal from them on our product.
Okay, so that means it's Cal Fire approved, that it works, right? Is that a requirement before you start selling such a product?
It's not necessarily a requirement, but it's something that we just like having because it gives a peace of mind to homeowners and it gives us an added layer of like credibility when we're using our product and telling it to homeowners, for example.
Okay, you talked about, testing it, and I guess, I don't know if that's done in that garage right there, and I don't know whose parents' garage that is, but, are they okay with this? Any mishaps ever?
So testing we usually do in these little trays, whether 1 foot to 2 feet in square feet. And if we're doing larger testing, we'll send it off to a third-party lab. So we'll have to get an entire Christmas tree from a Christmas farm and put it in a huge box and send it out. And that's usually what third-party testing is. But when we're doing it in small little trays, it's very hard for a mishap because we always have a hose ready.
Okay, that's good. Because I know we all love a good garage story. That's how HP started famously, just up the street. I get that. But we wouldn't want any parents' homes to be burned down and for you to get grounded or anything like that. But speaking of, kind of being a high schooler and developing this product and pursuing this product, and I assume getting good grades and studying and all that, how did you do it? Like, did you have a lot of time? How did you find the time?
So, I mean, we're both very dedicated to this. For example, during lunchtime, we both would be on calls with like potential clients or investors or partners. And after school, we'd basically spend our whole after school time working on this instead of doing like sports or other extracurriculars because we both want to see this succeed. And it's both something that we take very deeply. So we try to spend as much time as possible when we're in school. But obviously, we're not in school anymore. So we have a lot more time now on our tables.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, are you guys, off to college, or are you doing this full time, in that who needs college when you've got a product that's hot right now, method?
Ever since the LA fires, we decided we would take a gap year to really grow this out and try to protect as many homes as possible. But we're going to pursue college right after. We just took a defer year.
Got it. Okay. Hey, what kind of responses are you getting? You mentioned customers. I don't know how many you've had, if they're individual homes or if it's institutional or if you're partnering with any firefighting agencies. Where are you at with that?
Yeah, so we mostly partner with a lot of like private firefighting departments, but we also do a lot of work with the homeowners. As we talked about earlier, we were deployed out in the picket fire. But, our goal is we hope to see a lot better response from a lot of these private institutions, but also communities, right? If we can protect communities at one time instead of just going with one homeowner, that's kind of our goal. And the response that we've been having is basically overwhelmingly positive because we're trying to help out and people love seeing young people come out into the field and helping on something like protecting their property.
They do. Okay, so you've done Palisades, you've done Picket Fire now. Do you have investors?
Our parents were our first investors, grandparents. But when he says we were taking calls with investors at lunch, we thought that investors were the way until we realized that working with clients was a much better strategy because you're going to have a bigger impact that way.
Ah, I see, I see. Okay, great. So what's next for Clore, right? You mentioned what's next for you guys, college. By the way, where are you guys going?
I'm headed to Berkeley.
Yay, go Bears. Okay, Cornell's
Go
not bad
Bears.
as well. Yep. But yeah, I'm a Cal Bear, so that's fantastic. So what's next for Clore?
Yeah, so we have a couple of new products in development. For example, we really want to target the fabrics when we can spray curtains and use it as an interior product as well. But we're also working on a couple of other contracts with like the Thailand, for example, the Thailand government, where we can use it overseas in the Canadian market, as well as a couple of other places that we're headed.
All right, Barrett Dang and Sebastian Burkhart, founders of Clore. When they say the youth will save us, I think this is what they're talking about. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.